This online tutorial is about media, uploading documents, mainly PDFs, and photos. So the first thing is we'll logged into now the Sponsored Generation 2 website, and we'll go to media, because that's what we're playing with. And the first thing we'll do is we'll upload a PDF. So we'll just hit the Create New button over here. And now I'll go searching for a PDF. I've actually called it School Newsletter. It's sitting on my messy desktop. It's, where is it? Here we go, School Newsletter. And I'll give that a name because the system will ask for one. Oops. There we go. So I hit the Submit button. And now that'll place that PDF in the media gallery. So we're in media, upload files and photos, and we go down to the bottom of that stack, and there we are. All right, now we need to give that PDF a home. So we'll now paste it in on a page, and I've created a page called Test Page. And here it is. We've opened it up. Oops, gone a bit too far. I'll put the cursor where I'd like that PDF to appear, and I'll give it a name. I'll call it, for example, issue 1. Now I'll just change that font and unbold it a bit, make it a bit more readable and less in your face. Now, the tool that we use is this little hyperlink tool, but you can see that I can't actually access it. But when I actually swipe over a word, the hyperlink appears because a hyperlink tends to be buried underneath a word. So I'll hit that hyperlink. With Generation 2, there's a number of ways of doing the same thing. This is the method that we prefer. We hit this little databasing box here, and all your media assets are sitting here, pages and pages and pages of them. To find them quickly, just put in the short name of that file. So that one was School Newsletter, but school would be enough to search on it. And here we go. School is there. I hit select, insert, and there it is. That line indicates to me that that PDF is now buried underneath that word. So what I'll do is I'll actually save that page, and I'll now bring an image in on that page. So again, I go back to Media, similar process. I hit Create New, and I'll go looking for an image on my desktop. So I'll hit the Browse button, and I've got an image here. Where is it? It's called Peer 2. So it's very important that you give your, especially images, a logical file name. When you first download an image from a digital camera or an iPhone, it tends to have a code like IMG67549. It'll cause you grief if you try and search on that code name. So it's best that when you save them on your own desktop or wherever it is, your own directory, that you give it a logical name. Now, PDFs tend to happen anyway because you tend to call a PDF newsletter issue 1 or wherever it might be, but photos, a lot of people lack that discipline, so it's a good habit to get into. Anyway, here we go. It's called Peer 2, and I'll click on that, and I'll browse it, and I'll give it a name up here called Peer. Hit the Submit button, and the same thing happens. It'll just go into that media gallery, and now it's really looking for a home. So let's just make sure that it's actually landed inside that media gallery. And where are we? There it is down at the bottom. Now we'll go into website content, and we'll go to that page that we've called Test. There it is down there. I hit the editing little pencil button there. And I'll put that image in underneath that PDF. So I'll just tab down a little bit. Now the tool we use for an image is this thing here that looks like a picture, funnily enough. So we click on that. Same system applies. I'll use the database search tool, and I know that the image that I'm after is called Peer. I'll hit search, and there we are. The image there is called Peer. Click on that, select. Now, the difference with the thing about an image is that when you take a shot, the image is very large. It can be anywhere between 1,000 to 4,000 or 5,000 pixels wide. Now, our publishing frames on our Gen 2 sites are 680 pixels. So you can see here that this appears like an oversized image. So all you need to do is go into Appearance, and you'll choose your own size. But I tend to start off with about 300. So I've changed the dimensions. I don't have to change this other dimension because I've checked the box, and whatever I do here, it'll automatically proportion that next value. And I just hit Insert. It asks whether I want to give this photo a description. I don't. And here it is on the page. Now, whilst it's on the page too, you can also change the dimensions yourself. if you want to. Now all I'll do is I'll actually save that page. I'll hit the update button and we'll go and look for it on the live site. So I will hit my live site button, the visit site button, and I know the page I created sat under support. So I'll expand that page. Here it is under support, I think it is. Yeah, there we go, test page. I'll open that up. And there we go. Now if I click on that PDF, it should open up a page, which is the PDF. And here it is, school newsletter, and it's got my funny little nephew there. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial on how to upload PDFs and images.